Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my finished and whips, I guess, completed coloring pages for May. I know I'm a few days late, but oh well, better late than never. So these aren't in any particular order, but first thing is aviary. Oops, I'm gonna move these off to the side. Okay, so this is one of the newer ones from the Mythographic series. This one's by Joseph Kattenbong. Trying to remember. Here we go. So I did this one with all Prismacolor, and I had actually started in this top corner with Neocolors, and for some reason they wouldn't dissolve. So I had to go back through and cover it up with all Prisma and do the whole background in Prisma. I was going to add sparkles, but then I decided, you know what? I like the way it looks. So I just left it how it is. I think it's really pretty. It's a pretty simple color palette too. I used the same purple and blues. You can see the blue like through here. That's the same thing in the sky. And then some of that blue is also in her outfit. I just kind of wanted to keep the colors to a minimum, and so I think it worked, and I love the way it turned out. And I do love Prismas on this paper. I love Prismas on any paper though. Okay, so my lovely little fairy lady is still hanging out with us, but I'm calling her done and done. I need to get a picture of her up on my Instagram. But yeah, this is Flora. Now, this one is a Patreon image, I believe. I know she eventually, Darius Akasoy, eventually puts them up on her Etsy, or sometimes you have to wait till her next book. I don't think this is on her Etsy yet. But I do love the colors I did on this one. This was all polychromos. Okay, so this lovely gal, I actually did the background on a live stream where we were just doing backgrounds, and all I have left is the bubbles, and I just have not, literally, I have been so busy, I haven't had the energy to outline bubbles. So I was like, wow, you know you're burnt out when you can't even take a white gel pen and finish it off. This whole thing was colored with Prismacolor, including the hair. I thought I had done Black Widows, but nope, the hair was with Prismacolor because that was what was in my room at the time, and I was too lazy to go grab more pencils. The background were gel crayons. I believe it's a mixture of King Art and maybe my new ones from Shuttle Art. Can't remember. They're on the live stream. Okay. This one I had started because at first I thought she was a mermaid because there's like bubbles all around her, and you know, she had this like cool stuff. And then after I had spent all this time on this hair, which I had done with Pro Color, I started coloring over here, I noticed there was a bee, and I was like, oh, this can't be an underwater scene unless bees are underwater. And I don't know why, but that totally threw me off. So I didn't keep working on it. I think because I have this picture in my head for the mermaid. Honestly, I could just erase that. I use a laser printer, but yeah, I don't know. So I do want to come back to this one though, since I spent all that time on the hair. Okay, this little one, this was a fun one. I did this, I think, end of April into the start of May. This is on some tan-toned paper. This is by Tyson Art. It is on Etsy, and it's all with Prismacolor. And so what I did was I looked up like pictures of blueberries, and I made these blackberries. You can call them raspberries if you want, but I decided I wanted blackberries. And then even the strawberries, and I like tried to get them a little more realistic looking. So this actually took me quite a long time, especially the blueberries. They're like, I got purples, blacks, blues. It took quite a while, but it was really fun and relaxing, and I really liked the way it turned out. All of these I needed to get pictures up on my Instagram. Okay, this lovely gal, I know I did this near the end of April. This is a Korilynn VanDyke one. She makes these cute little characters. I absolutely love them. And this is all Prismacolor, even the hair. So I know it's a nice blonde color. You can actually make a really decent blonde with Prisma. The background is done in just a light blue gel crayon. I'm not sure if it's showing up or not. But yeah, I did that all with Prisma and I had a blast. If it's like smaller sections of hair, I don't mind using Prisma, but like the whole portrait, then I would. For hair only. The rest of it I love. But I do like this combo. It's a really simple one. I think it was like 3 colors, which is rare for me. Okay. This one I also did on a live stream. So this is from Korilynn VanDyke, and I don't think it's one of her hair series. I think this is just an individual image. I'll link everything in the description below. But I did the hair with my Derwent Lightfast. Never doing that again. I just felt bad that they'd been sitting there not used. But yeah, I do not like them for hair. There's just, they're softer. So they whittle down. They don't have the same blend. But I had done this to participate in the tag from Nirma Coloring, which was brown hair, purple lipstick. The background is a blue, purple, pink pan pastel mixture. Everything else is Prismacolor. It's just her hair that was the Derwent Lightfast. And yeah, I think if I would have done this with my Pro Colors, it would have been so much smoother looking too. So I guess it's not my favorite. So bumming. Okay, this little gal, I absolutely adore this. This is from Lana Green, and I have a couple Prismacolor pencils that I never use and I need to use. So I decided to make a combo with them. I gotta look it up though, because now I'm like, what were they? I don't know, it's like those weird colors in the set that we rarely use, like slate gray or but I made a combo and then it actually turned out okay. So I was like, oh, I better write that down. And it is in my journal downstairs, but this is all Prismacolor except her hair. Her hair was done with Pro Color, I think. Yeah, it's got to be Pro Color. And then the background I did on that live stream doing backgrounds, just a simple blend of gel crayons. The thing is, I spend hours on portraits. I do not want to take away from the portrait. So I keep my backgrounds pretty simple with portraits, because otherwise you're looking at a background and not looking at all the hard work you've done on this portrait. I mean, this took hours. So that's just how I roll when it comes to that. But yeah, I kept it a nice simple color. I kind of played and pulled some of the pink and peachy colors from the rose and butterflies, and then that way everything would stand out. But just my 2 cents. Okay. Then we have one in the Country Farm Scenes by Teresa Goodridge. All right. I did this one, and just because. No tag, no reason really at all. I just felt like coloring it. I was flipping through and this is what I landed on, and here we are. But yeah, this one I did all with Prisma. I had started initially with Black Widows, but then I hated, like, this is the older version, so it's got the nice smooth paper, and the Black Widow were being so scratchy. So I broke out the Prismas and said bye-bye to the Black Widow. But I had a lot of fun. And hey, it's not a portrait, so let's remember that. I branched out. Alright, this one is still a whip. However, it is now rolling into June. I started this literally the very end of May, and my thing for June is background first. And no, I have not finished it yet, but it's because I have been so busy with all sorts of things going on around here. But I'm planning on finishing it up tonight, actually, and then I'll start coloring the flowers. I'm not sure what pencils I'm going to use. It's usually a polychromos that I use in these books, but I don't know, I might break out something else. But yeah, I love the way the background is coming along. So there's that one. Okay, in a live stream 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did one with Emily Illustrator, and it was Neon Colors Only Challenge. So we did not plan this, but when we started doing our coloring on a live stream, she started at the same flower and went this way. I started here and went this way. I don't know if we did it subconsciously and didn't even notice, but when we finished the stream, we had this awesome image that she was able to Photoshop and put them together. So I haven't finished it yet, but it's just because that picture was so cute. Like, we literally 50-50'd and didn't even do it on purpose. I need to go back and finish the rest, of course, now, but I had to wait so I could give her a photo of my half that was done. But yeah, you'll have to check that out on her Instagram. It's pretty funny that we did that. Watch the live stream though. I used Designs by Rachel Beth watercolors. She has like this spring set that is really neon colored. So that's what I used in the background. And then I used, there's a Felissimo set from my Felissimo Tokyo seeds that are like all pastel color, not pastel, neon colors. So that's what I did for the rest. And it was quite the challenge because I don't typically do neons. And oh my gosh, this thing is hurting my eyes just looking at it. And I've got the morning sun right now on it too. So, ooh. But yeah, I finished that one. Well, my half. It's the literal buddy color page, right? We each did 50-50. Okay. Last but not least, for the month of May, this is another Lana Green. She is one of my favorite portrait artists. Basically, if it pops up on Etsy, I'm gonna buy it. So I did this one. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Cosmos. But I did Pro Color for the hair. Again, I did a nice light blonde. You don't have to have a specific pencil or anything like that. You can actually make blonde with almost any brand of pencil. Just keep that in mind. And then everything else is Pablo's except the skin. The skin is Prismacolor. Background I did using gel crayons, and this was also on the background live stream. I wanted to use a brighter, like a green yellow, because I kind of wanted to bring out the green yellow colors I have in the leaves. But again, I don't like to take away from the picture itself. That's why I've always struggled to give my backgrounds or my portraits a background, because I'm like, I spent hours on like the hair or something, you know, and I don't want to mess it up. But I like the way this one turned out. So favorites. I always pick favorites of the month. I don't know. It's hard. So like, I really love this one. It took a lot of time, and so I feel rewarded. I really like this one too though, and I love this portrait. I'm kind of tied between these. Ooh, I think this one's my favorite. I just love the way the colors came out. But definitely second place would be this lovely little girl, because she just so stinking cute. So yeah, that is everything I have begun and not finished, or if I did finish for May. I'd love to know what you guys worked on and what your plans are for June. Like I said, anything in June, I'm starting with a background, and then I do have a hashtag called June Blooms 2023. Basically, you just have to color something with flowers. Like this would qualify for that. So would this, because it still has a flower. It just has to be floral in there somewhere. But I thought it'd be fun. I love June blooms myself. So thank you guys for hanging out and watching another completed videos or completed pages video. And until next time, take care. Bye now.